The topic of my design thesis is beyond physical and class borders, towards a sense of belonging at Zuolin Xincheng New Resettlement Community. Locking down communities in Wuhan has played an important role in stopping the spread of the coronavirus, and it is an approach that has been replicated in other regions and countries. After nearly 2 months of strict home quarantine, the people of Wuhan finally see the dawn of victory. Showing from the epidemic data on Changjiang Daily, on 1st of April, most places in Wuhan is a 100% cure rate of the COVID cases, except for Donghu Gaoxin district. At this time, the cure rate of Zuolin Street is only 25%. Another group of data shows that the cases in Zuolin Xincheng community is far more than other communities in this district. So this community is a severely afflicted area during this outbreak. Zuolin Xincheng community is a large-scale resettlement community with a population of around 80,000. With the high population density, high population mobility, and inadequate security and management service. The resettlement community is one of the major groups of housing under the indemnificatory housing, and it is a very unique type of housing in China. With the rapid development of urbanization, local governments have to use land transfer to complete land consolidation in suburban areas, because we all know that China has the strictest control of the amount of farmland in the world. In order to ensure the balance between urban expansion and the amount of farmland, the government tried to take the rural villages' land and replace the farmers into this kind of resettlement community. But the top-down approach of building resettlement communities in suburban areas is a passive choice for farmers who have their unique lifestyle and cultural background. Therefore, many residents in the resettlement communities in suburban areas cannot integrate into urban life. Although China now has a very strict top-down system, there is still an opportunity of creating the conditions to enable more people to exert their creativity and lead the transformation process at the bottom-up and the grassroots community level. One of the main tasks before starting my design is to understand the complex social relationships that govern the physical spaces of the gated community and how to face the challenge of involving the multiple stakeholders. So in this community, the three major groups of people are the farmers, which is about 80%, and the rural migrants and the employees. For the farmers, in order to ensure their daily life, the government will pay for their houses and lands and will also support them monthly. So with low education and no skills, they can still live comfortably in this place. And for the employees, they are from the surrounding high-tech companies. They are well-paid and some are even Korean employees. The problem for them is that there is lack of entertainment facilities in this community. The most common entertainment place is the mahjong room. And for the rural migrants, the reason for them living here is because of the low price of the renting bill, and many of them will spend over an hour to go to the main urban areas for work. Based on the informal interview, most people feel satisfied with the current life living in this resettlement community. They enjoy this relatively loose management method. Besides, with the expansion of the city, the living facilities in the community are gradually improved. However, there are still some issues of the site. Cars are parked on both sides of the road, and parking lots are occupied by abandoned cars and sundries, so the residents prefer to park on the ground and roadside, which makes the neighborhood very crowded. Another issue is the water is polluted, and people don't really go to the waterside, And actually, the water body got the potential to become an attractive hot scenic spot for residents. For most villagers, there are 3 festivals to worship their ancestors in a year: Spring Festival, Qingming Festival, and Mid-July. Many residents said that the festival atmosphere is not as strong as it used to be. Although they moved to this new resettlement community, some older people think their relationship with the deity is still intact. They hope to have a place closer to where they can worship. On the north side of the community is the unspoiled villages, and farmers are allowed to grow vegetables there and bring them back to the neighborhood and sell them to the residents, which makes the roadside a hot spot in this area. The commercial road connects the entrance of the metro station with the community, with the densest of the shops is another hot spot in this area. Here's the mental map showing the footprint of different group of people. After getting to know the residents and space in this community, I plan to build a green corridor connecting the neighborhood and the existing village to carry out agricultural tourism, providing job opportunities for the farmers and rural migrants. Besides, by building a cultural street along the riverside can provide farmers with a place of worship. Also, a bicycle route around the community can enrich the choices for physical exercise for the employees. And here's the master plan. To make this place a flexible one, temporarily shutting down the road to celebrate the festival will help the continuation of the traditional culture and allow different groups of people to communicate.